Rewards? Consequences? Which one do I use? Spoiler alert, the answer is both of them. So today we're gonna talk a lot about how to give out rewards to students and to help them feel motivated to do the behavior that you wanna see in your classroom. So I'm going to give you a few examples of how I give out rewards in my classroom as an idea to see if any of these ideas sound good to you or if they are ones that you already do in your room. So let's begin basic, super basic. The first thing that you do is that you make a behavior plan, or at least you should make a behavior plan for how you are going to manage your class. So you have a system of some sort. It could be a lot of different things. It could be a clip chart. Some people use clip chart, you clip up, you clip down. Some people have used the app Class Dojo. I've seen people use like money, like fake money that they give out for good rewards that they can spend. So it's just a system of like, if you do a good thing, this is what happens. If you do a bad thing, this is what happens. Everyone should create one when they become a teacher. Now, it is important to have rewards built into that plan. A lot of people only think about, what am I gonna do if they're bad? Well, you have to think about what to do if they're good too, because if a student who generally behaves well sees the student being bad, getting all the attention, getting all the rewards, getting all the stuff, and they don't get anything, they're like, well, what's my incentive to do a good job? Other than like, to be a good person, I guess. So, what I do is I use the app Class Dojo, and I can talk more about that at a later time. I'm gonna do another video of how I use it. But the bullet points are, at the end of the day, if you have so many positive points, you get a reward. So you can, if you have 1 point, you get this, you have 2 points, you get this. So it's kind of like a tiered system. That allows students to work towards a goal other than just don't get in trouble and you won't get punished. It's something positive that they can look forward to. Another thing that I do, I don't know if you can see behind me or not, but I have most of my students sit in tables. I do a thing called table tallies. So they work together. If I want them to transition or clean up or do something as a table, I'll be watching to see who does the best job. And the table that does the best job gets a table tally. I just mark it up on the board. When they get 10 table tallies, they get to, as a whole table, draw out of the prize bag, which they are very excited about. So that gives them a fun little motivator and provides a little bit of peer pressure for those who usually don't follow directions super quickly to kind of get their act together. And it builds camaraderie with the class. So just to give you an idea of what my prize bag looks like, because I will mention it a couple times, it's literally just like this little tote bag, and I walk through Target or the dollar store and just pick up random stuff that they like. I got some stickers in here, erasers, pencils, fake coins, you know, like some Smarties, just a wide variety of, you know, little things that don't have to break the bank that kids like. So that is my prize bag. So if I ever reference it, that's what it looks like. So we've done a classroom management system. We've done table tallies. I also want to talk about homework club. I do this with homework or with my reading club. So if a student reads 400 minutes a month, they turn in their reading log. If they turn it in, filled out, and signed by a parent, at the end of the month, they get to eat lunch with me. Anyone who does that gets to eat lunch with me for reading club. Anyone who turns in their homework without any issues for the month gets to eat with me. That's homework club. So that's a fun little motivator. You know, obviously, they should turn in their homework, you know, but giving them that extra thing, like students at this age especially love to eat with their teachers and get to know them. They think it's so cool to eat in the classroom. So that is another thing that you can do. Another way that I reward students, and this is kind of an interesting reward, but for my centers, I allow children who are behaving well to choose their centers. So rather than saying, red group's going to this center, yellow group's going to this center, I have a system, and I can talk about it in another video if you're interested, comment below if you are. I let them choose what center. Of course, I regulate it, and I make sure that so many people are in each center, and it's nice to do that. So if you're the team, and you do a great job, you get to choose the And then if you have a student who has a behavior, we'll say has a behavior problem, or I don't know what the politically correct term is, but they have some behaviors that they're displaying in your classroom that you don't really appreciate. Create a plan with them. And as counterintuitive as it feels, give them a reward if they manage to avoid doing X for a day or 2 days or whatever you think is appropriate. So I have deals struck with many of my students who have some problematic behaviors. Some of them get to draw the prize bag every so many days that they've displayed the behavior I want to see. Some of them, if they do a good job in the morning before lunch, they get to go on the iPad for 10 minutes. Some of them, I do have deals with some of them that they eat lunch with me, but because I'm already eating lunch with so many of my kids, I try to limit that. I love eating with them, but I'm also a teacher who needs a break. So there are many different types of rewards. You just have to figure out what motivates that student. So don't try to give them a reward that they don't want. Try to ask them, like, what reward would you like to earn if you do a nice job? That kind of will give you an indicator of what's motivating to them. Help you pick a better reward. If this was helpful for you and you want to go more into learning how to reward, or also to how to have conversations with students who might need a reward system, I have created a resource where it's the scripts of how to talk to students in different situations. So if they're crying, how to do this. If they're having a meltdown, what to do. So it's just kind of like a situation by situation script on how to respond, what to say, because that's what a lot of teachers struggle with. They're like, I don't know exactly what to say or how to handle this in the moment. So it's just like a good jumping off spot to start. So if that's interesting to you, go down to the link below. There will be a link below where you can get that resource completely for free, just my way of trying to help you. And then if you found this video helpful, or you have different ideas of how to reward students, or if you've tried it and it worked, or anything that has occurred to you as you've been listening and you want to help other people, comment below, because I have a lot of teachers who watch these videos and read the comments for help. So if you have any more ideas, I would love to hear them. Thank you so much. I will see you guys next week.